Hello everybody, my name is Michelle. I'm going to be taking you through a quick little flow that you can do for when you're working from home and you just need to take a quick little break, clear the mind, and get the body moving. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. Start to feel your sit bones really root down into the floor, and close your eyes. And begin to feel the breath naturally moving through you at its own pace. And feeling the inhale coming through the chest and dropping down into the belly. And on your exhale, following the path of the breath back out through the nose. On your inhale, feel your sitting bones ground down, crown of the head lengthened tall. And on your exhale, feel yourself soften and let go. And start to allow yourself to arrive in the present moment. Maybe silently repeating to yourself, I am here. I am at ease. Your eyes are closed, gently flicker them open. On your inhale, roll your shoulders up and back. And do that twice more. Roll the shoulders mindfully up and back. On your inhale, sweep your arms overhead. On your exhale, lower them through heart center. Inhale, sweep them up, fingers reach tall. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach up. This time hold the arms there. And then lower your left arm alongside your body. Start to reach up and over with right fingertips. Keep your right shoulder drawing back so your chest is square towards the front. Might feel a stretch through the side, along the shoulder, maybe through the lower back. Inhale, come back up through center, and then lower the right hand, reach up and over with left fingertips. Your left sitting bone is still grounding down, so we're creating a long lateral line all the way up the left side of the body, out the left fingertips. Left shoulder still drawing back. And chest is open. And on your inhale, come back through center, lower the hands through heart center. And then slowly make your way into a tabletop position on hands and knees. Your hips are stacked over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists. And then turn the hands out so your fingers are pointing towards the side. And then start to take a gentle rock side to side. Keep pressing down through all four corners of your hands, finding a slight gripping through the fingers. And just starting to feel a little bit of stretch through the fronts and backs of the wrists. And pause and center. And then this time, turn the hands so the fingers are pointing towards the knees. Now you might find you need to lean forward here to give yourself more room in the wrists. The more you lean back, the more intense the stretch will be. So just finding your spot where you're feeling a bit of a stretch, not too much pulling or discomfort. If it's too much, just come back to the side, gently rocking. If your fingers are pointed towards the knees, lift the hand and flip your hand over. So the back of the hand is now pressing into the mat, palms facing up. And again, the more you lean back, hips towards heels, the more you'll feel this through the back of the wrist. And notice if you've lost your connection with the breath, see if you can bring that back in. And then very slowly slowly bring the hands back to your neutral table. Shake your hands out one at a time. And from your tabletop, start to lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Let the belly drop, let your gaze lift. On your exhale, starting with the tailbone round through the spine, gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, tailbone leads the way. The rest of the spine flows like a wave. Draw your shoulder blades together, heart shines forward. And on your exhale, press the mat away from you with your hands as you round gaze to belly button. Once more, inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, round in. And then meet in neutral table. Start to really engage through the core. So think about the lower ribs drawing in towards the top of the hip bones. Extend your right leg out behind you at hip height. Notice if the back starts to arch here and the belly drops. Just zip everything in. Nice long line of energy. Point the toes. And then nice and controlled movement. Lower your leg down till your toes tap the floor, and then slowly with control lift back up to hip height. And doing that 2 more times, really engaging through the hamstring. And then come back up. And draw your knee in towards your chest, look forward. Step your foot forward, so you're coming into a low lunge. And then lift yourself up. Your hands can come to your hips. Think about beginning to drag your right heel back without actually moving it. And then think about sending your left pocket forward. And maybe you lean forward a little bit through the pelvis. And then release that effort. See if you can shimmy the foot forward a little bit and then maybe out towards the side. And then walk your hands down to the inside of your right foot. You might prop your hands up on your blocks here. And then think about letting the hips give in to gravity, sinking down towards the floor of your mat. And just check in with the breath again here. What is it doing? Is your breath still filling up into the belly? Or have you noticed if it's caught up in the chest? And then slowly lift the hips back, shimmy the foot back, drop the right knee, and come back into your tabletop position. Nice engagement through the core. Extend your left leg out behind you at hip height. Nice and controlled, lower the leg down to tap the floor. And then lifting from the inner lining of the thigh, lift back up to hip height. And 2 more slow and controlled movements. And shift your gaze forward, draw your knee in, step your left foot through. Using the hands, walking up, lift the torso, hands to hips. And start to find that engagement through your left foot. Imagine dragging it back and then shining your right pocket forward. And then maybe you press the whole pelvis forward, finding a little bit of a lean. And keep your gaze forward. And then release that effort. Lower your hands down to the inside of the left foot. Maybe you inch your foot forward and to the side a bit. And finding your props to lift yourself up if needed. And then again, just let your hips relax. Giving into the call of gravity. Notice if you're holding any other tension through the body here. Are you holding the breath? Are you gripping the jaw? And see if you can let that go on your exhale. Just soften. And then start to lift the hips, shimmy your foot back. And shift your props off towards the side, and then come to a comfortable seat. Lower your chin down towards your chest. And then slowly in a semicircle, turn your chin over your right shoulder. And come back through center. And then shift your gaze over your left shoulder. Moving slowly, mindfully here. And finish up your last round. And then when your chin comes back down towards the chest, pause here, slowly lift your head up. And then slowly make your way onto your back body. Knees are bent. Plant your feet hip distance apart. So you want them in line with the sitting bones. Resting on your back. Bring your hands alongside your hips, pressing into the floor. Feel your upper arms spin back. This will feel the shoulder blades flatten into the mat. Keep your gaze up, pressing into the feet, lift your hips up. So we're looking to get a line from knees to hips to shoulders. Keep bracing through the core. Notice if you're holding the breath. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Try and feel each vertebra connect separately, allowing the pelvis to ground last. Again, inhale to lift up, hold. You can imagine you're squeezing a block or a pillow between the thighs, so keeping nice engagement there. And exhale, slowly lower down. Once more, press into the feet, rise up. And exhale, slowly roll the spine back down. Now, if you have a bolster or pillows, we'll move into a bit of a restorative supported fish. So lining up your bolster or one or two pillows, the length along the mat. You want to leave a little bit of space between the back of the hips and your prop, and then slowly lower your spine to rest along it. Arms come alongside the body, palms facing up. So we're feeling an openness across the front of the chest. Option to tent knees together here, giving a little space through the lower back. Option to extend legs long. Or if you want to find an opening through the inner thighs, you can bring soles of the feet together, letting knees fall to the edges for Supta Baddha Konasana. And then allow yourself to slow down. Feel the breath moving once again. Follow its path all the way in and all the way out. Maybe again silently repeating to yourself, I am here. I am at ease. Allow yourself to stay here in this rejuvenating position for a few more moments. And then whenever you're ready, you can get back to it, hopefully feeling a little bit better, having a little bit more space in the body. Thank you so much.